What's happening? I think Stella. What do you got there? Snoopy. Look, PlaneSavers socks, folks. For the people who just joined us right now, PlaneSavers socks available. Check them out. Link in the PlaneSavers store. So what's happening, guys? I've been kind of following along. Stella's sick today.
Yeah.
And you weren't even supposed to be here.
Yeah, but I still came in.
Cool. So today, I'm waiting for my father to come in. We got some special stuff. If you've seen by thumbnail and probably the title, is that we got some video from the DC-4 in Florida. Actually, quite a bit of long video, too. Trent sent me that we're going to be putting in right away. So I kind of want to wait for my father to show up. He should be here any second because he hasn't seen the footage. He doesn't even know the footage exists. So there we go. So today, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to my Uncle Toby. Uncle Toby is watching. Hey, Uncle Toby. It's like we're hanging out. There we go. So it's kind of like a family video here today because it's Uncle Ronnie. The funny thing about Uncle Ronnie is like people see Uncle Ronnie out in the wild and they'll yell, "Hey, Uncle Ronnie," which is like the funniest thing to me. So if you see Uncle Ronnie somewhere, yell, "Hello, Uncle Ronnie."
And give him some spaghetti with meat sauce.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello, Mikey and Stella. So you guys...
and Snoopy.
And Snoopy. Oh, we got hello from Belgium. Donkey Kong. There we go. Okay, so like I was saying, Uncle Toby, see, he's one of the most loyal watchers, so hello, Uncle Toby. Of course, we're going to be seeing Uncle Ronnie. The funny thing is actually, I am an uncle. In fact, I'm a great uncle. You can see all these kids here. That's my nephew Kenny and his 3 boys.
There's one missing.
Oh, yeah, they're getting to it. I couldn't find a picture of them all together. But yeah, so that's my nephew Kenny. In the green is Ryder, in the red's Harrison, and then little Sawyer there in the black. So those are my great nephews. I actually have 3 great nephews along with my nephew Kenny. So Uncle Ronnie is their great uncle. Great Uncle Ronnie, and then of course my newest niece, Jersey. They're hanging out with Harrison. It's kind of got your face there. It's Grinch face, eh? Can you make that face?
What's she doing? Oh yeah.
It's pretty close. That's fairly accurate. Okay, I think our audio is a little bit low. Let me figure that out for a sec.
Snoopy, talk to them.
There we go. Well, maybe it's because the dog's in the way. Here, one sec.
He's gonna go cry. He's gonna go upside down.
Okay, I gotta figure out this audio here. Oh, the blue snowball is low. Okay, how's that, folks? Can you hear us a little bit better there now? There we go. Let's check there. So what's happening? We got a hello from the UK. There we go. So hopefully the audio is a little bit better, and let me know. There we go. It's a good thing. I wonder why that snowball's a little low. But there we go. Much better. Okay, there we go, folks. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Boba Fett. There we go. So, yeah. So that's what because I moved the mic here a little bit closer to Stella. So we're having audio issues before. We're having a hard time listening to Stella. So there we go. So I can see the peaking. There we go, folks. Okay. So also, because I showed my nephew Kenny, we got Hannah and Robin. So there's Hannah and Robin.
Which have been on the Christmas live stream.
Yeah, they were on the Christmas live stream earlier. So I put their Instagram links in the description, so go bug them. And of course, I put Stella's Instagram links in the thing. So Hannah and Robin, also my nieces. So there we go. So still waiting for Joe a bit. Hopefully he's going to show up here really quick. The episode that was aired last week is doing amazing. Actually, I was just showing Stella some of the graphs, and it all stems from your guys' comments, mostly about turbining DC-3s. In fact, there is a lot of comments going in right now in the live stream talking about this kind of stuff. So there we go. So going through, like if you could see, like check out that graph. So if you could look at the graph there, This is kind of like behind the scenes YouTube stuff. That gray area, that gray line underneath the blue line, that is like the normal how well a video will do. It kind of falls in that line. For example, like the Stanley Cup episode was actually a little bit lower than normal. Stanley Cup and aviation really don't mix that well. I don't know why, but so this video, you could see it's blowing up, and in fact, it's going crazy. It's well past 60,000 views right now. So there we go. What do you think?
Good. Just trying to gain my voice back.
So if you couldn't hear us before, Uncle Toby, there we go. So hello, Uncle Toby. He hasn't figured out how to use the comments yet, so send me a text message, Uncle Toby, if you're watching. And then, of course, we're going to hear from Uncle Ronnie here pretty soon. I got it all set up. I spent some time this morning, and I got it all set up.
It's only been 6 minutes, so it's not...
He should be here. He said he was going to be here, too.
Well, maybe he's having a coffee.
Oh, hopefully. Hey, Mikey, instead of love the channel, can I ask what breed Patches and Pickles is?
Well, Patches Pickles is the same person, I want to say, because he's not a dog, he's a person. Really, we can only guess what he is, because he's a rescue dog, and we have really no proof or idea what he is. Like, as a good guess, I would probably say it's something poodle-ish mixed with border collie or terrier, something like that. Because he's a very intelligent dog.
Well, wasn't it no, what do they call it? Himalayan dog? Or a Tibetan dog or something like that?
Like Himalayan terrier or something like that. So it's some terrier mixed with a border collie or poodle, something like that.
Holy smokes, 600 people watching. Holy smokes. That's a lot of people. So holy smokes, thank you guys. I know a whole bunch of new subscribers are here, so I want to thank you guys so much for coming in. Based off of this right here. What do you think? I thought you threw this out.
Me?
Yeah.
Why would I throw that out?
This is the one thing. This is the old school Photoshop. So instead of doing a computer, I just cut out the pictures. You can see these are actually just glued on. There we go. So the old school Photoshop. That's what the Buffalo Airways Basler will look like. Or, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There you go.
Would you rescue and restore a single-engine Antonov AN-2 cargo plane? I flew on one, and I totally would. I love them. They're like flying bathtubs. They're awesome.
Yeah?
I love them.
You flew on
one,
eh?
One.
My father always wanted to fly on the AN-2 biplane.
It's pretty nice, actually. It's a very amazing airplane. It's nice to fly on.
So I got some pictures. We can show some pictures. So Trent was showing me some pictures of the DC-4 in Florida. Hopefully I can hear somebody down the hall. So hopefully.
You want me to go see if he's
So here's the DC-4 in Florida to give you guys some context. So during the BP oil spill, they had a huge need for airplanes that were outfitted for aerial spraying. Basically, spraying soap on the oil in the ocean to dissipate the oil through the ocean, so it's less of an environmental hazard. It doesn't really get rid of the oil; it just kind of dissipates it. Instead of being on the very top, it dissipates it through a few feet of the water, which lowers the environmental risk of it. Yes, because all the risk is it being on the top. I'm not a chemist. I'm not an environmental savior person, but so that's the dumbed down version of what it did. So anyway, it was down there for a few years. It was under contract, and then the Herculeses took over once they got everything set up. So there's Hercs right down there in Florida waiting for the next, because there always is a next environmental disaster. So it hasn't flown or did anything for, I think, 8 years. It's been about 8 years. It's been a while. So
8 years not bad.
So my father wanted it out, and the funny thing which connects us to DTD was this was actually what Ronnie was going to do before we even decided to do DTD. He was always trying to get down to Florida to get this airplane ready to fly back to Canada. And in fact, as we were going down to start on DTD so long ago, last April, my father actually asked Ronnie to put DTD on hold and actually go down to Florida for a couple weeks to get this airplane flying. So you can imagine, we had 56 days to get DTD. If Ronnie would have had to go down, we would have had 30 days.
Ronnie was stressed.
Oh, Lord. So anyway, so Ronnie's there. Perfect time of year for Ronnie to be in Florida. It's minus 30 right now.
Just gotta love Ronnie.
Yeah, so it's minus 34 degrees Celsius, which is, minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So there we go. So there's that. So it's been sitting there quite a while. Here's another picture, big picture. As you can see, it is a DC-4. So they got the engines out. They're getting it running. And then one thing I was showing that some eagle eye people saw is in the background. You can see some P3s. And so there's some P3s. Those are the Australian P3Cs that were sold to an American company.
I'm gonna go look if he's there. So you keep staring down the whole way.
I can't remember the name of the company. It's Cliff Sable. Cliff Sable's working for them right now. Okay.
Oh, my bag! I can't get up.
So there we go. Stella's left. But anyway, so there. So those are those. So if you're Australian and you're looking to see where those P3Cs went, they're there in Keystone, Florida. Okay. Oh, I see. I get a little bit of an echo. There we go. So I'll probably get rid of the echo there. No, nobody's here. Okay. He should be showing up. Any hamburger door version? Yeah, that's a big hamburger door on the DC-4. There we go.
Look, there's not even one on there in that picture because I could hang out there with a blue tarp.
I know. You know what the funny? It's a lot of PlaneSaver fans down in Daytona right now.
They want to hang out the hamburger door?
So yeah, so that's the funniest thing. Oh, look at this. We got a big super chat. Hello, super chat. I'm that Tim Veron. I'm Tim Veron. Thank you, Tim. Super chat from the Tim. That's a really nice little logo you got. Oh, look, he's got a dog in his thumbnail. I don't know if I. Look at this. Look at this.
What kind of dog?
It's a dog. I think it's a dog in the thing.
It looks like a cat.
No, I think it's a husky. Might be a cat.
Tim, is it a husky or is it a cat? Tell us.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, I think we got the echo gone. Yeah, there we go. Man, a little bit of audio issues today. I was experimenting with the audio, so that's all good. So 730 people watching. Should we just get to the DC-4 video?
Well, I don't know. Did he see it? You said he didn't see it?
He doesn't know it exists.
Call him.
No, it doesn't matter. If I call him, he's still going to be 10, 15 minutes away. The only way... Okay, I'm just going to go into the DC-4 video.
You should go down in the comments though so we can see what's happening.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, look at this. Trent Foster is... Trent!
Trent!
So Trent, here. Trent's in the comment. There we go. There's Trent. Hi, Trent. So Trent is on his way back. He just was with 2 weeks with Uncle Ronnie. We both wish we were there.
Yeah.
Because
that's like the best you can ever like even be with and watch being together. Just like the perfect duo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trent and Ronnie are like an old married couple. So so there you go. Trent's there. So Trent's actually sent me the video this morning. So what I'm going to do here is just give you guys some context. So what we're going to be talking about is the DC-4 here. Let me get some better viewing there. So the DC-4 that's in Keystone, Florida. Again, I said a little bit earlier, if you're just joining us, it was down there for aerial oil spill distribution platform.
Distribution platform.
It was spraying soap on oil spills. Anyway.
That was an interesting
on standby.
question.
What was the question?
Go up?
I can't go up. There's too many. What do you want?
Stop. What do I want? Hold on.
Okay.
No, I missed out on the question.
You gotta be quicker, Stella.
You talk so much.
Yeah, but you gotta be quicker. You gotta just point to the comment.
Okay.
Okay. So again, sorry if you're just joining us. DC-4 in Keystone, Florida. We know that. Well, where's the airport? Right there. Keystone Heights Airport. Where? Right here. In just under Jacksonville,
in Florida, in the United States, on the North American continent.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez Louise. Okay, so here I'm gonna play the video now, and so we're gonna watch. So Stella won't be able to hear, but I'll be able to hear.
That's very kind of you.
So here, well, I think I will probably watch video again at some point. So watch this.
I love that shirt.
Okay, Uncle Ronnie, what are you doing today?
Well, I'm just going to give the old girl a run.
What kind of airplane are we in?
We're in a DC-4.
Tank or what?
Tanker
16.
1.6 or 16.
Okay.
Carbeat's coming open. Fuel's on. Master mag is on. 3.
What engine are you going to start first?
I'm going to start 3. 3, then 4.
Okay.
Fuel pressure's coming up. Clear on 3.
Clear on 3. Okay, so number 2 engine hydraulic lock, and now he's going to try it again. Got a bunch of oil in the number 9 cylinder, so we've let it out, and Ronnie's going to try it.
Oh, there we go. So what do you think? What do you think, Stella?
I wish I was there. That's what I think.
I know, that was really cool. That was really cool. I know everyone's commenting on the sound. David Jones on the sound. Trucker Guy is in the chat big time. Trucker Guy 06. 1,000 things here. Mikey, what's your favorite aircraft in the fleet? I would say WZS. This one right here, but without the radials. Or without the Bazzer, sorry.
I was just going to say.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Of course. Oh, there. Geez, there's so many there. So, yes, of course, Trucker Guy is WZS. 100%. Andrew, how many DC-4s Buffalo have? There's 13. And 13 DC-4s. So, there might even be more. But, yeah, 13 DC-4s. So, a lot of DC-4s. Alvis King saying, great video, Trent. So, thank you, Trent, for filming that. I've been trying to get footage of the DC-4 for a while. So, thank you. Thanks for helping and keeping Uncle Ronnie safe down there. There we go. William's in the chat. Bonjour, Trent. That is hello, Trent, in French. Alex is saying, I live 20 miles from this airport and have watched this plane sit for years. Do you know the flyout date? I do not know the flyout date yet, but we'll see. Nick is saying, hello, Mikey, from the Big Apple. Hello, Nick. Oh, you got B-17? B-17 in your thumbnail. Very, very cool. Jim Bean Guy wears CFCUE's in Red Deer. So it flew out a few months ago before winter. So there we go. 900 people watching. Folks, I think this is a record that wasn't the DDD live stream. So thank you so much for joining the live. Richard, with or without glasses?
Well, you tell them.
Well, without glasses because she can't see, so then I look better. Is that correct?
I don't know.
How do you say Trent in French? Le Trent.
Le Trent.
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 Oh, lots of people from New York. So hello, New York. So that's the funniest thing. During the Super Bowl was one of our biggest episodes. This is, 900 people watching live is amazing, and it's Daytona 500. Here's an interesting question, Stella.
Do I know how Trump came in for Daytona?
Do you know what the Daytona 500 is?
No, I'm not a specialist, but I saw the Air Force One come in all over those people or whatever.
But do you know what the Daytona 500 is?
You tell me.
Do you know?
No, you tell me.
It's NASCAR.
Is it?
Yeah. But Trump came in with the...
I just literally before the live stream I looked on, I think it was Daily Mail or whatever, and they wrote something like Trump came in with Air Force One flying into Daytona over like people watching or whatever, something like that.
So Union Pacific, big fan of ice pots. If you're a fan of ice pots, go check out my Stanley Cup episode I did. That is very ice pots reminiscent. In fact, a lot of the ice pots crew reach out to me and really love that episode. There we go, folks.
How many C-46 does Buffalo have? 2.
C-46? Yeah, 2. Oh, Spaghetti Don is in there. Hello, Spaghetti. So any news? Big question coming in. Any news on the Fokker and Foxmoth? So next episode, we're going to be talking about that. So I'm going to do its own episode. Not like kind of mixed in with anything, but there we go. We got a pilot, Mr. Snoopy. So we got some progress news, some anti-progress news, some Foxmoth news, maybe some plan changes, and all that fun stuff. So I'll explain it all in its own video, and so you guys can always just refer to that video if needed. There we go. So Jan's watching 500 and Mikey. Thank you. Big question we get here. So this is a big question we get. I would love to visit Buffalo Airways one day. We get that quite a bit.
You get that quite a bit. And that's
So how many people a week do you show around the hangar?
That completely depends on the season. Like for example, and on the people too, because if you have two types of tours. You have the fans, and which split in 2 groups again, which is PlaneSavers and ice pilots, and then you have the tourists. Basically come up here for, let's say, the Northern Lights or the Midnight Summer, depending on the season. So you can have tours with tours that go up to like 50, 60 people. I've had tours with fans that went up to 80 people in one tour. But then you can have weeks where you only have one person too. It always depends on, because the flights to Yellowknife are very expensive. But a lot of people come up here, and sometimes we have weeks where I show people around almost 7 days a week.
So, what would you say? Is there more people that come visit Buffalo in the wintertime or the summertime?
I would say there's more media people coming to Buffalo in the wintertime, but there's more fans coming, I would almost say, on the shoulder seasons, because summer is hard to predict every year. It can be a lot and it can be not a lot. It's always depending on.
The farther you're away.
Yeah, I have back pain. It's hard to sit like this.
This is like, hey Stella, can
I'm
you
wearing
get
this brace, right? So I'm just like,
Can you get closer to the mic? It's just like, oh, hello everybody. Hi everybody.
No,
Okay, I just want to get to the
lost
comment.
track.
Ace of Hawks says, Mikey, I want to thank you for DTD video with ENA. I have applied to attend this fall. That's right there is probably the best, one of the best comments that I've seen ever on PlaneSavers Live, is because that is the underlying goal is to show aviation to as many people as possible in a way that isn't so like a corporate video. You know what corporate videos are. So Ace of Hawks, thank you so much for that comment. That is an amazing thing. You will love ENA. It's an amazing
ENA
place.
is the best school with the best people. It's just set stone.
Well, really, I shouldn't say like ENA is amazing, but
my personal opinion.
the best school you can go to is whatever school's available to you.
Yes.
So if you're lucky enough to go to ENA, go to ENA. But also there's amazing schools everywhere, because really when it comes down to it, ENA's got a lot of amazing stuff and amazing teachers. But if you have an amazing teacher, you could be in an Echo trailer or you can have whatever. But if you have an amazing teacher, it's a good place. So
there's amazing apprenticeships out there with airlines. There's amazing education there in aviation schools. There's also amazing education in other fields of aviation that's not mechanical or pilot.
Exactly.
There's lots of other fields in aviation. Like, for example, there has to be people in the tower. Without the tower people, what airplane can fly? Just an example.
Oh, Benoit's saying it was open doors. Was it today? Today, open doors at ENA. My son will join, of course. Of course,
Well done.
it runs in the family there, Benoit, so good.
Très bien.
There we go. So there we go. So yeah, so what I'm saying is, even though ENA is our favorite and we love it, we're not everybody's lucky enough to be in the St. Hubert area or a Quebec resident. So you know,
wherever
check out
you
where you
are in
want.
the world, if you're able to access education in the field of aviation, do it.
Andrew's saying, still, don't worry, we can still hear you when you're sitting far away in a seat. I have back pain as well. I sympathize.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
William?
Oh, I hear his keys.
I think there's a ghost here, really. Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is. What?
Come on down.
Huh? Where's Patrick?
Patrick is at benediction.
Oh, here, we'll switch seats.
Who's it? Is this?
You need to sit down with
Oh,
him.
is this my Valentine
That's your
patches?
Valentine.
Who's this for?
Oh.
You need it. No, he's out there. Patrick is out at Sunday. So
There we go, folks.
He's out chasing the cat.
870 people watching. We actually hit up to 900. It was like 900 and some at our highest point.
Was that right?
Don't want to take your jacket off?
So there we go. So, Dad, you missed the video. I couldn't wait. There's a lot of people watching. I had to show the video of Trent and Ronnie firing up the DC-4.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
But you've seen that thousands.
yeah, I've seen it 1,000 times. Those two. Yeah. Were they dressed?
Yeah, Trent's actually in the comments. Trent's heading home right now. So this morning, there we go. So Trent's actually talking. It's great to hear. He's talking to William in the comments here. So yeah, he sent me the videos this morning.
So they're down there in Florida. They're probably running around with nothing but thongs on or something.
Well, here
in the heat.
Well, I'll just show you because the whole video was like 6 minutes long. But I'll just show you a little thing here. I think they had a hydraulic lock on number 2. So I'm just gonna so you can see here.
Okay, so number 2 engine hydraulic lock, and now he's going to try it again.
So
Got a
they
bunch
had
of
the
oil in
hydraulic
the
lock
number
on
9
number
cylinder,
2.
so we've let it out, and Ronnie's going to try it.
And then they. So there's Ronnie in the cockpit. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Yep. So what year did you send it down?
Year of the down there in 40 and up. I got my hat off. The Everett boys.
So here's a quick question, more of a Ronnie question. Does the hydraulic lock do any damage if it's hot quick enough?
No, that's why they're, won't do any damage, they caught it fine. They let it run like that, yeah. It's like something out of the hydraulic lock. Definitely would know.
Super chat from our friend down in Windover, Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Windover, Utah.
Yeah.
Windover, Utah. Area 51 in Independence Day. One of my favorites. I saw pictures of it. I'm like, man, this place looks like Area 51. Funny enough, it was Area 51. So, hello, thanks for the super chat down in Windover. There we go. So here, let me head back here. There we go.
Yeah, no.
So we got to see a little bit of the DC-4s, thanks to Trent and Uncle Ronnie. And then I was out before too. I was showing everybody. We got Uncle Ronnie and we got Uncle Toby here watching as well.
Oh, right out of AC/DC movie. Look at that.
So funny quick story. So Uncle Toby is my uncle on my mom's side. Uncle Ronnie is of course my uncle on my father's side. A quick story. Do you remember the first time you met Uncle Toby?
Oh yes, I did.
What did he do?
Well, I wasn't married to his sister yet, and I drove her home to the farm. And of course, you're going in on best behavior to meet the mom and dad. And I'm standing there trying to be in my best behavior. And he walks up to me, a little brush cut then, like a Navy brush cut. And I stuck up my hand to shake hands with him, like you normally do. When he stuck out his hand, he had it full of baby mice. So from that day forward, I didn't say hi. I swore. So my first word was swearing, and so that's why he has that long hair and a beard now. He's in camouflage. Doesn't want me to remember him. A little brush cut and a handful of mice, and I hate mice worse than I.
So that's the thing. So you're a dog person. You've probably helped thousands of dogs. Have you ever charged money for a dog? Never, right?
Oh no, you can't charge. Dogs don't have any money. Why would you charge? Why would you charge a dog? You gave me an old bone or something. Good enough.
So you've flown thousands of dogs.
Oh yeah.
All over.
Oh yeah.
And you're a dog person. You probably want you and Stella, who's a little off screen here right now, are probably the two biggest dog people I know. Yet you have cats because of you eat mice.
The dog has to have something to chase around the hangar. So you gotta have cats. You know.
So Trent's saying, thanks, Joe, for having me. Another classic airplane adventure. Man, I wish we were down there filming.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Trent, for going down. And you and Ronnie, I know, would... I haven't even phoned you guys because I know you're doing well. So you don't... so anyway, yeah, enjoy it. We'll do it again. We got 3 or 4 more to do. 3 or 4. Chris, we got probably 20 more to do.
And Trent, I know you're watching. Remember the one that we're looking at? Top secret, but make sure we got to look at that one. So, don't say anything. Okay. Your dad said something about hydraulic lock. We didn't hear it. Really quickly, what is hydraulic lock? How serious is it, and how they fix it?
Well, the hydraulic lock starts because the bottom of the engine, of course, is all upside down cylinders, and the oil leaks past the rings and gets on top of the head of the cylinder, and that's what a hydraulic is. So it'll lock up the engine. And of course, the pressure, if you try and run it, will bend the push rod or the con rods. So no, they that's what a hydraulic lock is. Nothing to do with hydraulic fluid. It's just the the physics of hydraulics.
So, and how do they fix it?
How do they fix it? They drain the oil past it. They can burp it. They can take the spark plug out, drain the oil off. They can run it and suck the oil back into the scavenger pump.
Yeah, so basically very simple, because the cylinders can be either upside down or upside right, depending on where in the circle it is. Yeah. So the cylinder that's on the bottom is most likely going to have the oil. Yeah. So then you just take the spark plug out, and you'll know right away which one it was. Because I used to do this when I was an apprentice. You just pop it out, and basically the oil just shoots out. Like a squid, just like shoots oil out, and then that's because it's under pressure, right? Because the pistons is trying to move. But it is serious in a lot of engines, because I blew an engine in the F-150 with a hydraulic lock. But with airplanes, it's a little bit more forgivable because the starter will not power through the hydraulic lock. So
but you got to tell these people that when you hydraulic your truck, it was an upside down cylinder. The truck was underwater.
Yes,
you can't drive. It's not an amphibious truck.
And I put because it wouldn't turn over. I didn't know there was hydraulic lock, so I put the booster cables right on the starter, and so I overpowered the starter and then blew the engine. Well, bent the connecting rod. But the bottom line is the DC-4, the starter, if you catch it early enough, doesn't have enough power to compress, because you can't compress fluid. You can, but you can't compress fluid in normal human ways, because what's going to have to give is the connecting rod. Anyway.
Yeah, that time you blew the engine in your truck, you got to always thank Richie Rasmussen back there for sending you an engine.
Yeah, if Richie's,
he got you going, and of course we're still driving the truck. It's mine again, so.
It's in 1998, yeah. So Richie Rasmussen, P-51 pilot.
Yeah.
So
helicopter pilot.
A helicopter, but also had a P-51. Do you remember which P-51 he had?
Yeah, What's Up? Well, he had the Undertaker, and he always flew What's Up Doc, but it was the Undertaker that he owned.
So the Undertaker and What's Up Doc used to be Richie Rasmussen's. Yeah. Oh, you were telling me a story. There's some people in the comments from Hay River, my hometown, across the lake, that there was a P-51 in Hay River back in the day. Yeah, when
CN opened up the land site going north with the scatter sites and the power poles, Eustace Bohe was the manager of Kier Transport, and he ran back and forth between Hay River and Edmonton in a bright yellow P-51 Mustang. And at that time, even with a paint job coming out of the military, you could still buy one for $10,000 at that time. That was 1963. Yeah, that's when we had one in Hay River.
So how much?
Well, I remember him telling me he paid $10,000 for it, and that's with the yellow paint job on it.
$10,000. So they're worth like up towards like $3 to $4 million if it's perfect and got experience. But like just a bare bones stock one's got to be worth 1.5.
Oh yeah. So that's a difference.
That's like Apple stock.
Yeah, that's like Briex.
Briex. That's getting a little aged too. Probably not too many people remember Briex.
Oh yeah, they will. The ones that were in it, they'll remember.
So a lot of comments coming in about the DC-4. What's your thoughts? The Tanker 16 that's in Florida that Ronnie and Trent are working on. Where's it going?
It's going to Red Deer, and it'll be stored in Red Deer with its sister ship there, Tanker 56. They're both set up for budworm spray and are set up for oil spill dispersant.
Stella's going to fall asleep?
Yep. Yeah. Sunday, you got to sleep in the afternoon. Well, the reason I came in, Mike, to talk to you is because one of the comments last week is that people want to know, because of the fox moth and little Boeing there, D1, they wanted to know if we knew anything about Neville Shute and his writing. Well, if there's Neville Shute in the Rainbow and the Rose, and that's a tiger moth in New Zealand, Australia, and he's down in Tasmania with it now. And so these books of Neville Shute, we probably have, I think he only published maybe, well, in here it says 25 books, but I know I have over 100. So if anybody comes to Yellowknife, they want to read Neville Shute, I got a whole library of it. Everything from the early, I think my dad bought me this one even before I learned to fly, and right up till the hard-covered ones, and they're all in my office across there. And it's a nice comment on it. He said, The Rainbow and the Rose, which is his book, is like a present from an old and valued friend who has been away too long. So if you really want to read something good, we've got all Neville Shute's books. And in the early days of reading these books, we all argued which one was our favorite, whether it was On the Beach or No Highway or Slide Rule. Or, of course, mine was always Rainbow and the Rose. And, of course, look what's on the front, a little biplane, eh? So anyway, if you want to know anything about...
That's a foxmouth on this one, eh?
Yeah, tiger. Yeah.
Oh, tiger mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
The guy that's rescued him is in a fox. So anyway, that's why if you come to All Night, you want to look at the library here, you'll find you could read in there for a month and be good for you.
So, Neville Shute, so again, you were reading the comments and you saw somebody comment, do you know about Neville Shute?
Yeah, because they were connected Neville Shute to the little biplane on the front, which is a moth thing. So that one there is a 1958 edition.
So this is like the Stephen King of aviation, like he wrote like a lot of books?
Oh yeah. He was the godfather. He was one that had all the stories, you know.
Interesting. I never heard of him until about 12 minutes ago. Well, until you phoned and said you want to show everybody.
Yeah. So this fella can come up here. I'll certainly let him sit in my office and read for a month and a half.
So James Han said he's through a super chat. Thank you, James. Love Joe's stories and Trent's video. Almost time to board my flight. No streaming on the airplane. I'll watch the rest later. Thanks, James.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy the trip. Go.
Oh, another thing I really want to talk about, and Stella, you can comment too, is that the one thing I really like, is when people phone in on the radio. Literally, we have actually, you see that little black line? Where am I here? You see that?
A black line?
Yeah, you see that?
I don't even see it.
Where am I doing here? Oh yeah, there. It's hard. Yeah, see that little black line right there? That is actually the cable for the camera, or for the our radio. So people have been phoning in. I don't know if we can see you back there. But yeah, so here we go. So yeah, so people phone in 128.9 from all over the world that are flying. Any of the airline guys that are flying over, ex-Buffalo guys, some friends of mine, and everybody. Stella, who called you the other day? I even answered it, and they're like, "Where's Stella?"
I'm not sure if I should say his name, but a good friend of mine, which I voluntarily worked with at the DDA a little while ago, and he's flying, I think, for British Airways. So he called in as a speedbird, and we had a nice talk there. They were, I think, 200 miles away, and they were going to San Francisco, and we had a pretty good talk.
Pretty cool, eh? Union Pacific fan, he mentioned what did the NWT stand for in Ice Pilots NWT, and that I wonder if I have the logo here. So yeah, the good old days here. Ice Pilots NWT, our TV show that most, I'd say probably 90% of you guys heard of us first. The NWT stands for Northwest Territories, which is. The funny thing about the name Ice Pilots, none of us were really a big fan of the name at the very beginning because not everybody was pilots, including myself and Chuck. Actually, only 33.3% of the people in that picture are pilots. But when it comes to TV, you got to be very descriptive. And Ice Pilots NWT is temperature, subject, and location all in one with under 18 letters. It was perfect. Dad, you're getting crazy about this comment. Bill Eldridge?
Yeah, what does removed from broadcast mean?
Oh, that means somebody... Oh, what do you mean? Where do you see that?
Well, it says right here, Bill Eldridge says, "Hello, Joe, removed from broadcast."
Oh, no, because I'm showing the thing right now.
So I can say hi to Bill?
Yeah. This is the internet.
You know,
can do whatever you
if
want.
this wasn't Sunday, I could tell a lot of stories.
Well, you got to tell one story. So who is Bill Eldridge?
Oh, Eldridge. Boy, don't call him Eldridge. Boy, I tried that once, and I got a earful. You know, I had to spell his name 4 or 5 times over just so I wouldn't get it wrong again. Oh, no. Bill went to come to work for us in 75 when he's on leave from Canadian Pacific Airlines, and he flew an Aztec and a Navajo 185. And he was with us, and then he became our ops manager, and he's with us till 1985. So he's there 10 years. So he went from 21 to 31 as a Buffalo Ranger, and remained in touch with me. We talk and keep in touch, and and now he's just retiring from TCA, which is Canadian Airlines. No, what the hell do they call it now? Air Canada. Yeah, I just retired from Air Canada.
TCA.
And he was always CPA. And anyway, when he was retiring, and he was telling me about it, he had 158 days to go. I remember not very long ago, he had that many days till I hired him back. And so that whole cycle's gone. He's gone from 150 days I get back on the airlines to 150 days I'm retired from the airlines. So, and yeah, so hi, Bill.
There we go.
All the best.
TCA, Trans Canada Airlines,
Yeah.
which DCD was flying for way back when. When did it turn to Air Canada? Like, it had to be the 60s.
Bill would know. I never paid much attention to it, but I know that Bill's.
You haven't paid much attention to it.
Huh?
You haven't paid much. It was one event that happened very long ago.
What, when TCA became TCA?
Haven't paid much attention to it. One thing I noticed too was Bill's saying
OD too. Ode to Bill. Yeah, OD. Yeah, he was a good beaver pilot, all right. Yeah, he knew all about beavers.
There's one thing too, is I don't know much about this, but if you are interested in the model aircraft in the States, the FAA is coming out some weird rules with the model aircraft. I don't know much about it, so if you're in the model aircraft, go check it out. I think they're putting model aircraft and drones in the same category, and we all know, remember that big problem they had with drones in the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know the FAA is coming down on model aircraft. So Olivia's dad is making replica of one of Trump's, I think, 757s as kind of like to raise awareness for this FAA rules coming up. Again, I don't know much about it, so if you are an expert in the FAA, wait a minute. So, 962 likes. That is, or 62 viewers. That's crazy, man. If a couple of you guys share it, maybe we can get up to 1,000. I know that's crazy. Oh, Air Canada. 1965 or 66.
Well, that's when they changed the flag of Canada. They went from the Union Jack to the maple leaf that you got out of Quebec. Eh? See, Bill's saying there, I have a gray sweater. I know all about that gray sweater, but see, it's Sunday. I can't tell any story about it.
See, this is like the most inside stuff.
So, yeah, that's inside stuff. I mean,
what year was Bill here?
Bill was with Buffalo from 75 to 85.
75 to 85.
Yeah, that's when he could drive a Volkswagen and drink 21-year-old whiskey because he's only 21 years old at the time. But anyway, no, it's Sunday night, so Bill, I won't talk about the gray sweater. No, just maybe put the bronze it and hang it on the wall.
That's back when the Islanders were good. Oh, it's Sunday. Remember, he's saying that, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'll be praying for him too.
So, well, thank you. So, if there's any other vintage Buffalo people in the chat, say hello. The one thing you really like, so you don't even watch the videos a lot of time. You just go through the comments, right?
Hey, I tell Bill that it's sort of neat to talk to him today because Friday was the day before yesterday. I got a call in the afternoon, and Rob Sabin and John Coyle were sitting together somewhere in BC having a cool one, and they phoned me. And so, and we even talked about Bill. We said nice things about him. So, if you get a chance, get a hold of either Sabin, who was your buddy, and Coyle, Coyle taught us manners. Say hi to those guys when you talk to them. It was kind of neat to talk to them at the time.
Yeah. So here's one of the stats of the P3 in Sacramento. Stella and I, are you going to Sacramento for the conference?
Well, how do you think you're getting there?
So, okay, all three of us are going to the big firefighting conference in Sacramento. So I'm going to be filming some with the P3. I'm hoping to get on. I want to make the video around the 747 global tanker.
Yeah.
Because that is amazing. Stella, you weren't there last time, but I was through it. Very cool. So there. So we'll get some information on the P3 and hopefully some other of the firefighting aircraft to be very, very cool because that's important. But also, what also we'll be doing, I lost my train of thought a bit. But talking about the DC-4 Australia and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, no, we'll be, did your dad know any people from the 1937 picture of Canadian Airways? Did I know any of 1937? That was before I was born again. But when I get born again, I'll try and look them up.
Trent, you see what Trent's writing here?
What?
Why don't you laugh more about Ronnie in a thong? I've never seen him in shorts.
Really? All right, hang around, you'll see it.
Benoit's asking about ROD, which was the other, that is KG454, no, sorry, 554 or 455?
I think
Anyway,
it's 455.
450,
I'm not sure though.
454. 454.
I'm going to go.
Anyway, so CFROD, one of our other D-Day birds, we don't really have any plans to get it
545.
545.
We don't have any plans. Yeah, we'll fly it once in a
Well,
while.
one day
We
we'll-
don't have any plans to do anything with it other than just keep it. So when we get back in our next life, we'll have it ready for us. We don't have to start over again. We're going to bury it. But anyway, I got to go, Mike. I got some toys to deliver people to see. And what I really wanted to thank the people that have been, reaching out to us on the fox moth. I got Benjamin in the back there. He's becoming a woodworker. And we got our fuel tank back this week. We got some parts out of Tom Coates in Saskatoon. He sent me some parts. So things are coming along pretty good with it. Joel in the U.S. there, he's been sending us lots of drawings and lots of good information so we know how to put it back together. So I'll go back and give him a hand. But so I just want to thank the people that are coming forward with bits and pieces of information on fox moths,
Yeah, you've been hearing from people from all around the world, eh?
Yeah, people from around the world, yes. Everywhere there was a fox moth. Of course, they started in Britain, so I get calls from there, and of course down on the islands. And Bill, KJM I've seen in Calgary is still flying around, and doesn't have your name on it anymore, but that airplane still flies. KGM was a Navajo 310 that Bill flew a lot when we're allowed to fly.
When we're allowed to fly.
Oh yeah, I know Carl Clutter from Gander, Newfoundland. God, yeah, who would know him?
Carl was you and him are like the bush pilots flying around still from the day.
No, he could play an accordion. Yeah, no, it's
He
good.
can play an
Did
accordion.
you just say that?
Well, that thing that goes like this, those doofies play all the time. What is that called? A squeeze box.
Accordion, I
accordion.
Yeah,
guess.
squeeze box. Yeah, he's very good at that. Yeah, but he can't sing as good as his daughter. That's for sure. It sounds terrible.
All right, on.
Okay, DTD to the UK, overfly her old field. Yeah.
You never know.
It's a
You
long
never
flight.
know. Things change. We've been invited to come to the an air show in Saskatoon, eh?
Yeah, we're thinking about that right now. Dave Jones asking, this is a fantastic episode. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
There we go. So what else is happening? Dad, anything else?
No,
Oh, the auction. You gotta
The
pump
auction?
you gotta pump the auction a
You
bit.
got to talk about the auction.
The auction.
What are you auctioning?
Okay, well, the auction in Red Deer is going to be like a hot rod class car, vintage car auction, and there's going to be a few airplanes in it, boats, motors, skidoos, motorcycles, anything for gearheads. There'll be everything in there other than art. I don't think we'll have any art for sale, but we're just, it's kind of getting boring around here, so we're going to run down to Red Deer in May and have an auction sale, see if I can be Leroy Van Dyke.
We almost broke 1,000 views, folks. We were so close. I think we hit 995. So that's very awesome. Dad, do you remember Joe Zupko?
Yeah, there was a Joe Zupko was a co-pilot with Harry Sorensen on a DC-3 at NWT Air. That might have been who they're talking about. That was back in 69, 70, because I caught a ride with him out of Inuvik to Yellowknife one time. Joe Zupko was the co-pilot on the airplane with Happy Harry Sorensen.
The name sounds very familiar, though.
Who's that?
Joe Zupko.
Well, there's There's another fella, you know, the names are quite similar. Zenko, there's a Zenko in Yellowknife here. And I always had him mixed up with that other fellow, but, you know, I was mixing up already. They're quite a few years apart, you know.
Oh, yeah. So Dave Jones is asking, yes, we'll be filming a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, we'll be filming the whole thing. It'll be very interesting.
We probably have DTD for people to look at.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, DTD will be out. Well, we'll know more. Floyd Meyer?
Floyd Meyer was a, where do you see that? Sure, I know Floyd Meyer. Well, Floyd Meyer was an NWT DC-3 pilot. He was flying BZI, and in the late 60s for NWT here on skis out of King Christian Island. King Christian Island is just, well, halfway to the North Pole from here anyway, you know. And there was another Floyd Myers that flew a single otter for Bradley Air Service. And then he was over, last time I seen him, he was flying a single otter for Atlas Aviation, Wally Phillips outfit.
All right. Joe Zubico, that's not Tindy.
Yeah, but that's, see, they spell their name different.
Oh,
that's
it's different?
That's why I get them, yes, Bill Albert, Tom Charchuk was a gentleman. He was really polite to me when I was trying to do an instrument ride, so yes, he was a gentleman, or he would have reached over and gave me a good backhand, you know.
All right, geez, okay, folks. Anything else, Joe? Would you like to fly the Avro Arrow?
I think I did one time in life.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Didn't I?
Well, you never know. Maybe like there's that whole rumor that there's still one out there. There we go. So,
Okay.
You're off, Dad?
Yeah, I'm off to save some. It's Sunday, you know. I got to go find my dog. You know, he'll probably be out there eating a cat. So. He really likes cats, but I know he can't eat a whole one.
Oh, jeez. Okay, there you go, folks. We have.
Goodbye,
Joe.
Goodbye, Bill. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, of course, memory is amazing. There we go. Okay, Stella, you want to come in and wish everybody a good afternoon, a good Daytona 500? Who's winning, by the way, in Daytona 500? Is it on right now? There we go. Union Pacific saying bye, Joe. There we go. 990. So, there you go, folks. Don't go until we hit 1,000. If you guys
988, you can go right now.
988. If you guys share the video, if you're watching on something, share it. We get to 1,000. That would be awesome. That would be our hardest video ever. That's amazing. So 991 right now. That is nuts, folks. Are we gonna make 1,000? That is crazy. 991. That is so crazy. So thank you guys for all joining and everything. Stella?
Yeah. Are we going to save a Connie?
That's one question I've been getting quite a bit, eh?
Yeah. I love the Connie and the former Breitling Swiss one there. That's a beautiful airplane. I think that's in Germany now, and I hope they can make that fly again. And I think there's another one in Australia. Lufthansa, I think, has cancelled their participation in making a Connie fly again. But that's 2 at least, which is good. It's not bad.
Rain delay. There's a rain delay. So if you're watching this and you want to know exactly how the Daytona 500 is going right now, there is a rain delay. So there we go.
What are you doing there with the screen?
Oh, I'm ready to screen. If we get to 1,000, I'm going to screenshot it.
Also, you just hold.
I'm holding it. So I'm kind of like, this is like I'm primed up. So if it hits 1,000, are we going to hit 1,000? Well, 991. That is crazy. So there we go. So thank you guys. Actually, amazing. You guys, everyone's done so much. Stella looks hot with her hair up from Shooter McD.
Thank you, Scooter. Not
Scooter?
Shooter.
Oh, Scooter. I'm thinking Shooter like Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore. Man, I'm just sucky on my stats today. Anyway.
You got to talk a little slower than you can think before what you're going to say.
Is that how things work? Yeah. No, it's no time to think. You're in aviation. Okay, folks. Yeah. I've been a lot of amazing questions right now. A lot of amazing things going on. So hopefully everybody is enjoying their rain delay weekend. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to end it here, folks. I think we're going to end it here. You guys have an amazing week. We didn't hit 1,000, but maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll hit 1,000.
Where's Jasper?
The cat. I haven't seen any of the cats today. So, fun.
They start looking very much the same because they're both black cats, eh?
So you guys, I want to take a second to thank everybody right now. I usually lose subscribers on live videos. Funny enough, some people love them, some people hate them. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It helps me be able to do some of these live streams. I love the live streams. At first, it was kind of iffy, as you know. Sometimes I can mess it up with audio and that kind of stuff. It's harder to control, but there we go. So, Sarah in the super chat. Thank you, Sarah. I know Sarah was going to watch Daytona 500, but lucky enough, it's rain delayed. So there you go. Right. Bye, guys. Back to racing, everybody. David Jones saw it right to 197. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. Wherever it's -34 in Yellowknife, so wherever in the world you are, stay warm, and we'll see you for the next live stream. Maybe we'll hit 1,000. Maybe, let's see. Bye.
Au revoir.